back once again to the DVD pile here. Anyway, I added a few more to my Scream Time collection and to my Dead of Night collection, but I can't remember which ones I had before and which ones I had new. This one I know is new because it bugs me because the colouring on the spine is slightly different. I was worried I had some kind of fake, but it looks legit. What else did I get? A few, I bought this and then realised I already had it. I'm making a little pile down here of all the movies and DVDs where I've got 2 of them, so I might have to do some giveaways or something at some point. Yeah, so these are some other recent purchases of Vinted, I think. Night of the Living Dead, the coloured version. It doesn't look in colour on the back. If it's the version I know of, I've seen a recoloured version. I think I used to have it on a VHS tape before I purged all my VHS tapes. A decision which I regret. But I remember it looking awful. I mean, there are so many different versions of this movie out there. Oh, that's the remake. And then there's a version where it was like the 30th anniversary version or something, where they added in extra scenes that they filmed later on. There's all kinds of different versions of this movie. Special collector's edition, extensively restored and remastered. I don't know where I got this from. It's a very battered case. Got this one. Blood Legend. This looks kind of interesting. I like this brain damage collection. The best no goth horror and shockumentary. What the hell's that font? Ghost of Sherwood. I don't know. This looks kind of modern. This one, the Red Monks in the Hardcore collection. I think this is a bit of a spicy one actually. What's this? The Devil's Child. Some kind of Rosemary's Baby type of thing. It looks like a TV movie. I don't know, it's got that look of like a soap opera. Paranormal Diaries, Clophill. This looks like a interesting, maybe like a found footage type of thing. So anyway, movie I'm going to pick. I don't know why, I've been fancying watching this just because I watched it ages ago and I can't remember a thing about it, and it's got a funny title. And I know I am just constantly picking movies from this shelf. It's not any particular reason. It's just the way it's happened so far. I promise I will go to some different shelves in the future. Anyway, this movie. There is a secret in my soup. What a title. I have no idea where I got this from. It somehow ended up in my collection at some point. I remember I must have watched it at some point in the past because I have vague memories of certain moments in the movie. And where did this come from? I don't know. Maggie, a prostitute who is addicted to drugs and gambling, is locked up by 3 loan sharks. These malignant and crazy guys start ill-treating her by various cruel, painful and inhuman ways. Maggie is finally died after several days of non-stop suffering, but the terrible game continues. They amputate her dead body disgustingly. As I say, I don't really remember much about the movie, but I'm just getting a feeling that I was disappointed by this movie in the past. Let's go in open-minded anyway. Open-minded, slightly optimistic. Let's go. Well, this is thrilling already, yeah. Good. Nice creepy intro so far. Not bad. So this is making me think that it might be partly based off the Hello Kitty murders. It's a real case, I think from Japan. Yeah, so she's stolen from some big boss guy. He sent the heavies in. There's some action going on here. Yeah, I can't even show this movie. For the first 20 minutes or so, it's felt like I'm watching a TV movie, just like a drama about some crime. And then all of a sudden there's this weird softcore porn interlude. Yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. I don't even know what this has got to do with the story. Yeah, I can't show any of this. This is just turning into porn now. Alright. Pouring engine oil over her now from his garage. What the fuck's going on? Alright, I had to pause it because that last scene I could hardly show any of it, but I did want to talk about it because it was so weird. There was just the weirdest softcore porn sex scene in the middle of this film. I did look it up. The movie is based on the Hello Kitty murder, which is a real case where a woman got tortured to death. Yeah, so the movie up to this point felt like a TV movie. It was quite tame. It was just sort of following the story of this woman. This guy here runs a brothel. That's his missus. That's his henchman, I guess. And yeah, this woman came to work for him and she stole some money from him. They dragged her in off the streets. They were keeping her in a room. She was going to work off her debt to them. So yeah, we're building up to this horrible murder that's going to happen. And all of a sudden, there's just this weird sex scene, and it's so bizarre. It's like you're watching a completely different movie. And I'm not trying to sound prudish or anything, or offended, because I really don't care that much. It just felt really weird because it was such a different change of pace. I honestly don't know what it is on this couch that they... Is it actually a Hello Kitty doll and they're not allowed to show it? Because it's like copyrighted or something. They showed the teddy bear thing earlier, but you only saw the back of it. Maybe that's what it is, because they keep showing something on this couch that they blur out. That's so weird. Why didn't they just use something else? Yeah. God, there's another one. It's so weird. The movie is pretty brutal in sections, I'll be honest. I mean, not super gory, but just... I don't know, it's pretty fucked up in places. Such a mix of tones in this film. Very stink. So there's so many scenes where there's Hello Kitty dolls in the background and they've got to pixelate it out. Maybe there's a cut of this film where it isn't blurred out. I don't know. I have noticed some bits in the movie where there seem to be cuts. Some of the more extreme scenes, I think, have been cut down for this version, so I don't know. Yeah, this movie isn't as bad as I remember it being. I'm kind of enjoying it. It's very sleazy, but... All right, that was the end. I'm actually going to rewind because I want to show how abrupt the ending of this movie is. That's it. That's the end. Well, let's have a look at the DVD menu then. I don't know what On Air does. I'm guessing that is just the movie starting. I don't know. I loaded it up through the languages menu because that's how I got it with the subtitles. Stars files. Michael is always mistakenly regarded as Westerner by the public, despite that he is originated from Shandong. She made her first visit to Hong Kong in her 19, participating in the Miss Chinese International Contest. She neither won any prize nor startled any audiences. All right, that was There Is a Secret in My Soup. Still a mystery to me how this ended up in my collection. I must have bought it off eBay or something. I just don't know. I have got a lot of weird Asian movies in there, but this one just seems an oddity for some reason. But you know what? I kind of enjoyed it. It was better than I remember. I remember it being disappointing, and maybe that made me enjoy it more because I was like pleasantly surprised. I'm not trying to say it's amazing or anything, right? It's super trashy, but I kind of like that about it. Like, it was sleazy as fuck. The true story of a woman who was actually brutally tortured and murdered to death, but then interspersed with random softcore porn scenes that had absolutely nothing to do with the plot. It seemed really out of place and insensitive. Just added to the overall sleaze. And the apartment just felt like everything felt really grimy, like authentically grimy and disgusting, and just, I don't know. I felt like there was some shots in there that looked pretty good. For a really dark, grimy looking movie, it also kind of looked pretty good. And that's saying it even though the DVD quality wasn't amazing. It felt like it was something that was originally on Laserdisc and transferred to DVD or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, Secret in My Soup, based on a true story. I don't think I was aware of that the first time I saw this movie, and then I was only halfway through watching that when I noticed they had this weird blurred out thing on the sofa, and I was like, "What the hell's that?" And it twigged that it was the Hello Kitty doll. In the actual real life case, they kill this woman and then they put her skull inside a Hello Kitty mermaid doll, and they had the actual exact same Teddy in the film, but they had to blur it out every time it was seen on screen, and it was in like almost every scene. So there was always this bit where the sofa was like, you'd see the sofa in the background, and then there'd be like this pixelated blob in the middle of it, which was where the Hello Kitty doll was. It was a strange choice, because could they not have found some way around it? Like only ever had it facing backwards, or used a slightly different doll to get around the copyright or something? I did sort of halfway through look up the movie just out of interest, and there was another one based on the same case made around the same time called Human Pork Chop or something like that. Might be worth checking that one out as well. That was better than I remembered. Grim, grimy, complete exploitation movie. Very insensitive considering the case that inspired it, but weirdly entertaining, I found. Grimly entertaining, maybe. All right, There Was a Secret in My Soup. Stupid title for a movie. There you go. All right. Cheers, everyone.